Welcome back, this is Eldervi and you're here for the second episode of my new Whalehunter show. A show dedicated to our friends with the really huge wallets. And some poor guys who just brought their favorite hardly earned plus 10 units into their defense to get shamed for it nevertheless. Sorry, it's not my fault that you like Sothis so much that you decided to save orbs for a year to plus 10 her. I'll just act like any board in the world saying, "Thanks for telling me your story, but I was watching TikTok videos. What's that, a plus 10 unit? Whale. Next!" This is of course not serious. I'm that one awkward friend who says all the wrong things at the totally wrong times. In this episode I will face a scary return trap with my newly merged legendary Chrom, followed by the revenge against the far safe Edelgard, and last, Leon saying, "Well, thank you" to the weapon triangle. Yay! My first match made me face this kinda innocent looking setup. We have spread out units across the field, some healers, just a single dancer. Looks kinda easy at first glance. Let me tell you, it was not. The way I will engage this map will look like I didn't think about it at all. But believe me, I spent a whole hour figuring out this freaking mess. I hope you have an hour to spare as well, because I will fully analyze this hell for you. And also the unit hell. Let's start with the easy part from the right. A plus 10 Winter Burnie. Even without the Fatal Smoke Ruptured Sky combination, Winter Burnie is a really strong unit in Aether raids, benefiting from plus 13 attack and speed for not being at full health. And luckily for her, she will damage herself with the low cost of 1 health right at the beginning of her turn. To balance this amazing gimmick, she will also damage the units within 2 spaces of distance to her. And this is where the trouble really starts. The only unit within her range is a frightening plus 10 Hell, who dropped her whole base kit besides her weapon for a super aggressive close combat build. Sturdy Impact, Odd Tempest and attack speed solo make her engaged with 76 attack, 61 speed and the range of a flying mage. And to further worsen this, here comes Sarah with Return Plus, who is luckily socially distancing with the 2 pots though. Or is she not, as Triandra is running ground orders. This will enable Sarah to jump down below Hell to heal up the 1 point of damage the poor Ruler of Death suffered right in turn 1. And while she's at it, she will also reposition Hell, which will suddenly give the Ruler of Death a freaking huge range to claim a soul. No problem, there's enough space on the left side, so let's just hide there? Let me assure you, you shouldn't. The innocent looking, secretly gay couple Leon and Ephraim also run Odd Tempest, and as it happens, there is this juicy looking breakable stone just to the right of the tactic room. And just like all the good boys which are ruled by the AI, they will want to smash it, placing themselves just in range of Triandra, who will happily move down to dance them. As we are still in round 1, the two will still have their free movement, fulfilling the condition of the weapon, granting them a guaranteed double, and with pass in their B slot on top, they will make sure to reach the frailest of your backliners down in the bottom of the map to secure a defeated unit. With Burnie covering the right side with her horse movement, this leaves me with exactly 1 safe spot for 6 team members. Great. Guys, it's time to do that clown car sketch we practiced. Let me also skip any hopes of isolation right away. The combination of Odd Recovery Sephiran and Kia Stuff Sarah will make sure anyone besides Burnie will be isolation and debuff proof. And Burnie being solo honestly couldn't care less. Or could she? I knew I wouldn't be able to engage the enemy in turn 1, and with Daga opening the 6th offensive slot, I also didn't have enough space despite bringing few buildings to stay out of Hell's range. Therefore, tanking was my only option, but at the same time I needed a tank who would survive both Ephraim and Hell. My tanks in Light Season are Fallen Leon, who would crumble against any of them, Daddy Hector, who has a good matchup against Hell, but not against the armor effective blue Ephraim, and luckily, as the Light Season collided with the Wind Season, my legendary Chrom. She would survive Hell, sadly without being able to kill her though because of Hell's miracle, but she would also be able to take one hit from both Ephraim and Bernadetta. Not necessarily the second though, seeing that they were both running Ruptured Sky. I also needed to make sure I wouldn't stand in Triandra's row of dancing, as her guard effect would have destroyed Corrin's special defense mechanism. But I couldn't get hit by Sarah as well, because even though she wouldn't deal damage, Corrin wouldn't be able to counter and therefore not charge up her special again. Therefore, I decided that it would be best to tank from the gravity trap tile. There I could be reached by both Ephraim and Hel without the risk of losing my special to Sarah or Triandra's dance. So now I had a tank, but this didn't solve my positioning issue. The key to victory wasn't actually Corrin's incredible tanking powers, but rather Loki's in the current meta kinda forgotten gravity effect to slow down Bernie. With this I bought myself 3 additional very important tiles to hide my frail units from both Ephraim and Hel. Getting all my units out of range in turn 1 actually wasn't easy at all.
Like this.
I used Pathfinder and Peony's Guidance Dance to full effect in order to make a huge dogpile of my units in the right corner. Now, watching the game again, I would have actually had an even better chance of tanking the map would I have positioned Corrin right below Hel. From there she could have tanked Hel, Bernie and Ephraim, while Triandra wouldn't have danced but would have attacked as well, and Sarah wouldn't have been able to reach Corrin as I blocked her ground order spot. But I guess we're always smarter the second time. I ended my turn, my damage calculations looked very promising, and I just hoped for the best. My damage output against Hel was really nice to see. Sadly, I couldn't double her to bypass her miracle, but I guess that's the idea behind the impact skill at 60 speed. Ephraim's attack made me shiver quite a bit. I knew negating Fangs' extra damage would eventually kill him, but seeing an actual damage number below his maximum health was still frightening. Interestingly, Sarah didn't use return at all after I triggered Hel's attack by standing in her range. I have to admit, much to my shame, that I still don't properly know the AI reasoning behind the rescue and return skills, and as I don't have Bernie, I also can't properly test them. It appears to me that similar to dancers, there is an invisible number deciding if a unit uses the rescue and return skills before or after potential combats. I only have a single friend. Thanks. Thanks for comforting me. It can sometimes be hard. In my friend list, who currently runs some sort of viable return trap for testing. If I do nothing and just end turn, this happens. Sarah starts to heal her allies. I must admit the move order is not that great. But eventually she reposition heals Liv, who is then able to reach my units. Now, same match, but I place Micaiah in Liv's range. In this scenario, Sarah is not starting to heal either Daga or Liv until all the battles are done, telling me that 1 point of damage is not enough for the AI to consider healing as more important than attacking. Now, if I wait for turn 3 for my bolt tower to strike, isolating Sarah until then, the now 41 dealt damage is interestingly enough to make Sarah heal before Liv goes into combat. I've been told before that the threshold seems to be 5 HP, similar to dancers. So if the heal is above 5 HP, they will prioritize healing prior to any battle, no matter if they or the units are even involved. Below 5 HP healing, they will only heal after all the battles are fought out. But I never found official proof of that. Now let's get back to the real battle though. From there, the match was kinda won, and just a matter of cleaning up. I had already started clearing the way to reach Bernie, and without Mystic Boost or Noontime, Hell's miracle effect was gone, so I could simply kill her with Dagger.
Good morning.
Nearly full health Bernie was a bit too strong for my heir to finish her on her own, but with the help of Dagger, the two were able to kill her together.
The glimmer of life.
This allowed my current to position freely, and I could easily bait out the only dancer, leaving only the staff units alive. Now, to be fair, I was really lucky that it was win season. I couldn't have won this map with any of my other teams, and it was, to be fair, one of the most impressive return traps I've seen so far. But sadly for the summoner, still manageable with possible double tanks, or as in my case, a good strategy. I do think though that many players will underestimate this setup in the beginning, as we are more drilled to recognize mages and rally traps instead of an incredible odd Tempest Pass trap, and this may very likely leave many with a dead mythic right at the start of the match. I do wonder about all the lance breakers. I think there might actually be potential in running Lunge on Hell and Wings of Mercy on Bernie. With Hell's kinda guaranteed miracle, Bernie could have indeed sniped my Peony or Dagger even with Loki's gravity effect, but not if I had placed Corrin right in front of Hell. So, lucky me that it was win season.
If you say so.
My next match made me face my arch nemesis. No, not a Restore Plus trap this time. It's plus 10 far safe Edelgard. After I got demolished by one right after the save skills were introduced, I had sworn to seek revenge, and this map would finally give me the satisfaction I've been starving for weeks. This far safe Edelgard with the deflect missile seal on top was once more accompanied by a plus 10 duo forms, running AR defense, def res, times pulse and ruptured sky. I guess the Byleth who died for this was playing the church route. Another ruptured sky, Fury 4 fatal smoke duo live at plus 6, a plus 6 Tracia running triangle adept and null follow up, besides a rally up speed trap, and 2 ground orders aerobatic stances with additional sabotage attack on Plumeria. I honestly don't even want to know how all of these dances would play out if I tried to tank this map. I guess Tracia would hop over below Edelgard to rally everyone, Liv would probably rally someone as well, and they would all just go down on me, so no thanks. Their catapult was luckily one tile away from taking out my bolt tower, therefore I could happily wait for it to activate in round 3. Now, you probably wonder why I engaged this map with my Altina Plumeria combo without Duma being on the enemy team. I knew I would need her additional Gale Force actions, therefore I made a special plan. I would place Altina above Naga and waste Plumeria's stance. From there I would reaper her with Regan into the trap, see if it's the real one, and if it's not, walk with Kanto into the second trap. Apparently I was right and the real trap was indeed below Alfonse. Therefore I activated it, gambling that it would deal at least 20 damage, which it luckily did. Altina would now be able to take out the far safe Edelgard, but for my plan to work I needed Lyn to do that for me. So I attacked Alfonse, resulting in Edelgard stepping in and killed that evil wretch, so Altina could take out the 2 duos for me. Seeing me dealing 0 times 2 against Alfonse was a bit of a shocker, but I wasn't done yet. First she would take out Dual Liv, and Peony could give her the kill against Alfonse with a plus 11 attack drive boost.
My warmest greetings.
Or so I thought. No! What? It's still 0? Why? That's insane! I should have, what, 74 attack at that point? How can I not deal a single point of damage? Altina's even the bonus unit.
Consider it done.
I can't believe I'm about to lose again against the plus 10 far safe Edelgard. Why? So, another side effect of the save skills, which is often underestimated, and I actually didn't know about it until this battle, is that the save also protects the unit which is attacked from stuff like smoke skills. When I attacked Alfonse to kill Edelgard, Lyn didn't apply her dagger debuff to Alfonse, so his defense was still intact at 49. Then he had this stupid defense bond seal and AR defense skill, boosting it up with plus 15 to 64. Last, he had of course the effect of his own weapon, giving him a final plus 5 to reach 69 defense. My 74 attack Altina sadly went straight down by 9 for his lull, and sadly another minus 4 from Plumeria's bow, not even talking about the color disadvantage, making me reach merely 49 attack against his 69 defense. So I was actually 20 points away from dealing a single point of damage. That's what you get for not calculating it out for once. And for stupidly believing my plus 1 red Altina could scratch a plus 10 blue Duophons. This one's clearly on me. So, without killing Duophons, I also wouldn't get back my duo skills. Therefore, I had to surrender yet again against my arch nemesis. Far safe Edelgard.
Consider it done.
Technically, it was Alfonse who killed me in both of these matches.
With utter
But
certainty.
it's easier to blame the save skills, therefore my hatred is justified. Just for the fun for those who wondered how I was planning to finish the map. If I would have been able to kill Alfonse with Altina, here's how I intended to proceed. Altina's cooldown would have went down to 2 after that second kill, and I would have gotten my duo skills back. I would have activated Cheateries and Lyn's duo skills to give Altina and Lyn yet another action. Lyn would have went up on Duophon's spot to take out Plumeria. This would have enabled Altina to reach Trasier, who she could have killed while also activating her Gale Force. She would have then used her 4th action to take out Mirabilis, and all of my units would have been out of Zero's range, giving me finally my perfect revenge. Damn you, Edelgard, with your stupid save skill! On to my last match for today, featuring a couple in desperate need of a redraw. Yes, I ship Chrom and Olivia, and no, I don't know why I'm constantly pushing out opinions that will make people hate me. So, we had a far and close guarding Olivia giving plus 6 defense and rest to all of her teammates, Vanilla Bramimont, a plus 10 legendary Chrom with Fury 4, Lull Attack Death, Pulse Smoke, Ruptured Sky, and Swift Sparrow? Can this Chrom actually double? Plus 10 Fury 4, Null Follow-up Sothis, and Vanilla Chill and Vanilla Niles. As if they used up all their fodder on the 2 plus 10s and didn't have anything left for the others. So, this map looked rather manageable, especially for Leon, who should do fine against the 2 ranged units, but the devil lies often in the details. Sadly, he would crumble against either Chill or Sothis, and with 2 melee dancers I couldn't isolate both, and I could also not bait one of them. So the melee carries would catch me with a dance right at the edge of the danger area and certainly kill me. Luckily for me though, these plus 10s were clearly overfed by their owner, and so this harsh command actually works in my favor. With Miller debuffing all enemies with her sabotage attack and Leon baiting both Bramimont and Chrom, I knew Sothis would use harsh command on Chrom. The AI prioritizes rallies and assists like harsh command prior to attacking, and dancers tend to dance once a danceable target is in range, enabling me a perfect and clean execution. I also knew Sothis would rally from her current position, as Leon would threaten the tile below Chrom, making Niels dance Sothis from his current spot. Therefore, I could easily isolate Olivia to stop her from dancing, and with some nice little guidance plays I could also already safely isolate Niles, who would stay in place for the second round. Yes, I'm very proud of my guidance shenanigans in this game, and I thank the Academy for their consideration. I'm kinda impressed how well Leon deals with these +10s, as long as he has color advantage. That second Ruptured Sky surely kills a lot of units, but it barely scratched my +1 Leon.
The time has come.
Remimont without impact didn't have any impact as well, and my isolation worked as intended.
Meet your defeat.
Do you challenge me?
Now, with or without merges, that chill looked scary, and could have reached a lot of units with a dance in the upcoming turn.
Tear them to shreds.
I probably could have run from her with some investment, but only to face her in a later round. So let's not waste time and address the issue right away with another super duper amazing guidance play. I needed to test the trap in front of Chill in order to clear the map.
That's correct.
If it were real, everything would be super easy. If not, I would be prepared though. Step 1. Attack the Chill. If the trap is real, fine, she'll get damaged. If the trap is fake, fine, she'll get damaged. Real? Huh. So, I did all those mind games for nothing? Damn it! Let's just pretend it was not real. Step 2. Move 2 tiles up and dance, giving buffs and guidance over to Leon, Micaiah and Air. Yeah, I know, with the high level trap Peony could have literally gone anywhere, but I planned this strategy thinking that the trap was fake, damn it! This trap didn't protect anyone, what's that for?
That's correct.
Step 3. Get in Air with guidance to repo out Leon. The repo was dispensable even with the fake trap scenario, but it feels nice to hop over walls. Step 4. Kill Chill with Micaiah thanks to the damage from Step 1. This was important, because Micaiah out of vantage range would be killed by Chill right away. Yeah, I know that she was in vantage range, but I was prepared, okay?
Maybe still my blood.
I was prepared. Step 5. Take out the Panic Mana. With the buffs from Peony and the +10 Sothis going back to full health with the healing tower next turn, the reverse buffs would have actually made me miss the kill on Sothis by a few points. So, off with that thing. Killing Olivia was easy, but killing Sothis was actually close. It just doesn't look like it because I had Moonbow, but she would of course had attacked first if I couldn't have killed her. From there I only needed to get the pots.
Ready. Keep up. The glimmer of life. Yes?
I could have killed Niles in the same turn, if I had just let Micaiah stay in place due to her additional attack drive from Mirror Stance and Peony's weapon. But I decided to not take a risk at the end of the match and just waited for the next turn to finish it.
Yes?
So, those were our 10s across the board for today. Which game did you enjoy the most? I'm a bit desperate right now. I've been pushing really hard those last weeks to meet those Vale teams, but call it lucky or unlucky, they keep avoiding me. I'm literally planning on using every ladder I have at the end of the season to find a Vale in tier 37. So let's see how that will turn out. You will know if I was successful by the amount of time that passes till the next edition. I hope you had fun watching these matches. As always, I very much appreciate your support. Liking, subscribing, doing my laundry. With home office I have literally not worn socks for a whole year. I don't even know if I still have some. See you next time without socks again.